The big names race desert. I mean, I grew up watching Baja, and I grew up watching the Mint, and I grew up watching Vegas to Reno. And
people there that, as me coming up through my childhood, were people that I idolized.
It was basically an opportunity that I was not going to pass up. And when the Gators said, hey, you think you want to be a part of this? I'm like, 100%, I'm in.
This year, Adam put together a team for the veterans for V2R. We all came here to the Mustache Ranch and got together.
We spent many nights here in the garage on Tuesday nights, and then it come up to a couple evenings a week. You know, working on the quad, getting it set up.
the prep work was astronomical. It's like making a playbook for football and coming up with new ideas and something new. We started with zero. And what I mean by zero is literally zero.
Justin and Adam raced it before, but they never put a program together before, and either had I or Jeff. And we really didn't know what all we were going to need.
And it kind of settled in probably 2.5 months before the V2R. And we kind of had a concrete plan at that point that the four of us, with the help of obviously all the other people involved, we're going to go out to Vegas and we're going to take a shot at this V2R race.
Next stop, Las Vegas.
I had no clue what we were getting into when we headed out to the desert. You know, once we started out toward Utah and just the sights from the plane, I thought, oh, good Lord, this is really different.
We're flying out there and we land and we're actually in Vegas. We're getting in the rental cars. We're going to the house. It kind of started to set in that this was really something was happening. It wasn't something we were just talking about anymore.
We had some more prepping to do out there on the bike. We're fortunate enough that we actually had a home in Vegas with a shop that the team could do some of the prep work out there and not have to work out of a hotel room or a parking lot or in a sandbox.
You know, I get a little concerned that the only guy that's working on the machine is the only guy that can't see what his fingers are touching.
You know, this is my first best in the desert race. I'm optimistic. We got some great guys here. They're very well organized. They got a great game plan, and we got them a great piece of equipment to go win on.
We're gonna go take this thing out and run it, right?
Yeah, so you need to essentially do a pull, ride it, get warm, do a pull, third gear or something, roll the throttle, make sure it pulls all the way to the top. No bog, no miss, no sputter.
No hesitation,
like
nothing.
Yep.
Okay.
Once we set in a garage, you know, we had some new members that had come in while we were out there. We went over filter changes, who was going to be where and what, at what pit, what their duties were going to be.
The racing part was the easiest part. Getting everybody together, getting the chase vehicles, putting radios in, planning everything, the pit stops, the food. It was just a big process. My wife and Taylor did a lot of the food prep for everybody because we were trying to feed a small army. Going over everything, the main thing is, you know, Justin Wood did a really good job of putting those binders together for all the pit stops.
Everybody had big jobs to do to put this together. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that goes on. Pretty simple. So you're going to get there, 545 is going to come. He rides the bike up to the start. He looks back and says, Dee, Michelle, we're golden. You guys can go on to your next.
Pop up or nothing.
Yep, nope, none of that. So we kind of go in order. We switch trucks a little bit here to make sure that we can get to the last pit. And the other thing is if we have another accident, we need to, you know, the rental car is going to be pretty much with the bike. So it's going to be, for the most part, closest to that rider to get a hold of us if it's possible. Because usually somebody dies at this race every year. I don't know if you guys knew that, but and it's usually a dirt bike rider. And that's happened every year for the last 9 years.
So we checked over some things, get all the radios installed, everything goes well, the coolers come in, all the extra parts come in that we need. So Wednesday's in the books. We're all good to go.
So the old school trick is to take Viagra at high sea level, and you never cramp up. It's a fact. That medicine was made for high blood pressure. So what it'll do is when you take it, it'll open up all your blood vessels. You'll never get arm pump. Yes.
So Thursday comes around. Thursday is tech inspection.
Really didn't know what to expect. I'd never been here before. We get down there and there's just this sea of basically testosterone. I mean, it's just a sea of motors and big tires.
Tech inspection is an aphrodisiac for all the gearheads. And it was, I mean, everything. Big horsepower, big money. I can't even explain it.
It's like going to the Super Bowl. It's just so amazing what you saw. I mean, the people that are involved to make that race happen is incredible. Wow, this is real.
And we unload the bike and we roll it across the parking lot, and all these people are looking at the quad, and I'm thinking, this is like real. Like, I'm actually a part of this event. We pull up underneath the CST truck, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, not only am I so thankful to be here, but I'm like so thankful to the people that are documenting this. I know we're thankful to the film crew that's there documenting. We're thankful to CST being willing to kind of be a partner in this and send us and be a part of sending us out here for this event. And you realize that within 24 hours, you're going to be lining up to be a part of this event, and you have no idea what to expect.
It's tech time. So we push the bike over to tech. They do their stuff. It passes. So one thing is done. That meant that I did my job. Kenny did his job. The team did their job. So everybody passed. So now we got 6 hours of nothing because we had to be there for a riders meeting. And it's not just riders, it's riders, drivers, co-pilots, whatever.
So we have a riders meeting at like 5:30 for Best in the Desert.
And the riders meeting was quite interesting. I've never seen a pamphlet that you sign out that says can be injured or killed. And that really makes you question what the heck you're doing when you see actually those words. Those are pretty hard. It wasn't like exterminated or deceased. It was killed.
We get out of there, it's 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. We're heading home because we got to be on the road at 1:30 in the morning.
We got back, it was go time. We had both the vehicles there. We had all the parts there we needed. We started putting them in each van, and it was about to get real.